Hello there, I think I should talk this out on something, so let me just introduce myself. JuicyFruits091, my name is Rob, and I'm the proprietor of this channel, Dark Devil Messiah. Yeah. Anywho, I want you to understand that I've watched videos and similar videos like that, both from whites, blacks, Asians, Hispanics, and any other ethnic group who have one thing in common. They apparently love Limewire and they can't, grasp another type of, file sharing service. I'm going to go ahead and give anyone an education in this, alright? I've seen the arguments placed out there. We don't want to pay for music. We don't want to pay $10 for a CD or $20 for a CD or for a compilation of all 6 seasons of Stargate SG-1 for $120. And it comes with a free squeaky toy. I don't know. I'm just making a bunch of examples. See, that's the average person, they don't want to spend X amount of money. They don't want to do X amount of things because they're so far up their ass. It's like their head is just covered in shit. Alright? I'm sorry for my language. Please bear with me because I'm going to use a lot of foul language. That was a preemptive shit. Alright. Seriously, the fact is that you, as many others, have still stated that argument. We don't want to pay for music. We don't want to pay record companies blah 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 dollars because they make blah 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 from just being a company alone. Alright. Let me break down your argument. 1. The companies are not rich, alright? Some of them who are just starting out want to have at least a few perks to them. The major label does not. They work in a system, alright? And the system's like this. They give out a contract to a band that is getting very, very popular with more than 10,000 fans, possibly 20,000, 30,000 fans, depending on what they have, and particularly how many hits they make. As in hits, I'm talking about clicks on the internet, but not hits as in how many songs are really hot from them. People like Soulja Boy and, Justin Bieber, they were hot shit. They were the shit of their, kind of like this generation. They came from YouTube. They got so much, money from making videos. Well, they weren't really partners yet, but they were getting so much for being on video that some guy decided, hey, you know what? You're going to get a contract because you're so attractive to everyone and they like your music. So here's a contract, sign the bottom line, that's it. We'll promote you and do this, and do that, make you on the radio, blase, blase, blah. That is what they're doing. And they will pay the musicians accordingly to how much they are making. And not to mention, they make a lot of money more on concerts. But what your argument is, we don't need to pay $1,000 or $100 for a set of CDs that we don't own yet. Well, there's other ways to finding out what songs are hot. Well, then finding ways of getting to download them. I would suggest going to Rhapsody.com. They have a huge library of music. Trust me, I have my brother who has an account on there, and I once tried getting an account, but I was very a big fan of what they have to offer in regards to being for like the program itself. I kind of give it more of the lines of better than these P2P sharing sites. And I mean they are better. Way better. When people start talking about using Limewire, some of them don't know about the issues at hand when it comes to being a part of what the program does, what it's made for. I don't know the original idea behind Limewire, but I was pretty sure it was like, Napster's dying, they got sued, here's our program, take it. The issue with Limewire is that I never liked it in the first place. After a month of using it, I just got tired of looking up songs every day and then finding out that those songs are copyrighted, or having my account off of not my account, but my internet service provider giving me DMCA's, Digital Millennium Copyright Act notices to my house with a 3-strike rule. Those who need more on the DMCA, please, I will make sure I will make any links. Just please click on that and read all of it. It does get a little boring though. So the problem with Limewire is not the fact that you're getting DMCA notices to your house. It is a dangerous, dangerous program. Dangerous. For anyone who has, friends that use Limewire, I'd say stop. I'd say stop using Limewire, FrostWire, or anything that has to be used with these Nutella, based programs. All of them are used by dead networks that have a whole bunch of crap on them. And not to mention, there's so much dangers in it that you're going to find out that you don't want to know about these, websites. The problem I have with LimeWire is the fact that there is more than just music that is being downloaded. There are viruses that are being downloaded. There are fake links, and there are things that, that would harm a computer, possibly kill it. So by the time that you'll be missing 7 days' work, if that was your business computer, of course, because you had to send your PC to the shop. Not a big thing to do. And it's not a pretty thing as well. Unless you have some really, really good antivirus, I doubt you would ever beat the system. I was reading a bunch of comments, on, techie blogs and stuff like Torrent Freaks and other websites, and they said that majority of people who have their computers in the shop, they had the virus with the person when they were looking at the viruses and stuff. They found out that the person was using LimeWire of all programs. And, of course, LimeWire would have made that money, seeing the fact that they had to go through a whole bunch of headaches and hoops and stuff to take care of 2 small Trojan horses acquired on LimeWire. Here's the thing. Not to mention the fact that the dangers of, the fact that you get viruses and malware. There's other problems with it. let's talk about that there's child pornography on Limewire. I never knew about that until after hearing about, hearing it through a lawyer's mouth in Arizona who talked about cases that he had his defendants acquitted, fully acquitted, because of child porn issues. There are other issues that I really want to put out there. One, piracy, especially internet piracy, is a crime. You're better off, if you think this is a right, you are wrong as hell. The reason why the RRAA is suing these companies, shutting these companies down, suing students from Boston universities and places in Taiwan and shit like that, is because people, don't understand. They make money to promote an artist. They see it from this standpoint. So after, an album's been released from an artist that they just recently signed, they use the quarter periods, such as, 2010 quarter 3, which is basically autumn. They're going to take all the information from that span of time, and they're going to look at, since it was, say the album was released in the fall, so they're going to look at that information, and they're going to look up an artist, and go, alright, let's see how many artists come down the list. And, they'll look at, Justin Bieber, Gabriel Iglesias, and the new Death Clock album, or whatever. And they'll put it up there, and they'll be looking down. They'll be looking at how much money's been made. And then they'll go down to the more obscure artists that you hardly even hear of. And they go even a little more, and they look at it, and they look how much sales that they, how much CDs that they put out, and how many have gotten sold. Now, say that you have the album, one album that you bought, at a record store or at a concert. That's on you. I went to a concert. I bought 2 CDs for $10, and I didn't mind. They weren't $10 each. It was 2 CDs. Both of them, I made it so it was a copy for me and a copy for an ex-girlfriend of mine, and it was a CD from a band that I met here in Norfolk. And the issue is, why should you, download music when you can get cheaper at a concert? I'm pretty sure if you go to any concert in your life, or Lil Wayne, or whatever, what have you, whatever your music taste is, you can go out there and actually find, copies of that current album and albums from the past that are not even more than $5 a piece. I mean, that's all serious now. What about going to places like Rhapsody, where you can go for $10 a month and not have to worry? You don't have to worry about anything. It's $10 a month, unlimited downloads. You can place it on your iPod or your MP3 player or anything like that. And it's much safer than these crappy P2P servers. But seriously, that's all I have to say. But I'm going to leave the information to you, JuicyFruits091, to make the decision of what you want to do. Until then, peace, may God be less. Comment, rate, subscribe.